What up, everyone? Crypto Marxist, aka Bone Army, coming at you. So, as you guys know, Shytoshi Kusama has been doing the meme mania from the metaverse. All right. So, we went through episodes 1 through 10 already. So, I did a segment on each episode at first, but then I decided to just knock out five at a time. So, this one's going to be the last five. So, as you guys know, metaverse, Shiba Inu, meme coins, blockchain. There's so much going on. So I'm gonna try to get to you all the information that I got. So without too much ado, let's go ahead and get into Shytoshi Kusama. I got my little notes over here. I will be doing analysis after every single one of these episodes because honestly, it's so much information. Um, I believe analysis is vital in order for the Bone Army to be able to fully understand where the Shiba state is going and how big it truly is. That will give you guys an advantage in terms of ROI. All right, cool. Enough said. Let's get into this. And let me know if you guys could hear this when I rock it.
Ladies. Wait, how about we just start with ladies for a second? I'm your host, Shytoshi Kusama. This is Mememania, and today's topic is ladies. This wonderful Monday. Unfortunately, in crypto, 80, I think 75% based on the analytics I've seen for crypto are men. And I believe that's actually part of the reason why there's so many rugs. But just saying. This podcast, though short, is designed to empower women to step into this space with conviction and to give some pointers and some things to keep in mind.
Sorry to interrupt. Just one quick thing. Wanted to give a shout out to Shib_IO. If you haven't already followed them or subscribed to them on X or on Twitter, or I mean on X or on YouTube, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and hit that like. I used their channel to do all of these. So if you guys want the alpha as soon as it comes out, I'm getting it from here. Of course, the number one alpha is go to the metaverse for the Shytoshi talk yourself. But other than that, just wanted to mention that. Sorry, pardon the interruption.
Number one, be careful. There's a lot of scammers. You will be able to gain faster the number of followers that you have if you post your picture. But I've seen some very intelligent women who have been in the space for a while, like Irene Zhao, begin to post pictures that are AI of herself. In this particular case, that's cool, but you don't have to do that at all. You can be and post anything you want in pictures of women or of a woman that doesn't look anything like you and still have a female account on whatever social media is your favorite. So allow you to have the same concept and the same truths, but not showcase yourself too much. If you plan on not just being a woman that'll stay outside of quote unquote the trenches or these crazy events that we have, then it's possible that you'll end up having pictures posted of yourself anyway. And that's totally cool. So in that case, prepare yourself to be or to gain a lot of attention based on what you post, especially if you are a beautiful woman. And I'm assuming that all of you listening are, because all of you are. One thing I also want to note here as a piece of advice is to be and not utilize your own name. So be careful. Don't use your own name if possible, unless, again, you're going to be a public figure. If your goal is not to be a public figure, but to be a degen in the trenches, and what I mean by in the trenches is going onto these Telegram rooms, trying to find the next 100x before everyone else does, and talking to the community of thousands of men, you should be ultra careful. I mean, think about it, right? Would you walk into a club where it was 80% men and not be careful? Of course you wouldn't. You would walk in, keep a close eye on your drink. You would watch where you go. You wouldn't talk to absolutely everyone. You'd be careful on a lot of different levels. And I think that is key here in this space. I wanted to warn you. Next up, expect to get harassed. Okay? It's no different than the normal harassment that, from my understanding, women face on a regular basis of whistling and trying to talk to you and blah, 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 right? But 100 times over, especially if your avatar in your picture is really beautiful, you're going to hear it all. even if you are really beautiful, still expect fudders to come and say terrible things about you. Okay? It's going to happen. And it shouldn't be this way. And maybe through the pieces of tech that we have, karma and reputation, we can help clean up this space and make it safe for women. But for now, in the current landscape, please expect harassment. And you're going to have to develop thick skin, because the last thing you need is to be emotional from what you will hear. You're going to have to just know that it's coming, expect it, and ignore it. The next thing I want to talk about is that this space actually can be very empowering for women, extremely empowering. Why should men have all the fun making a whole bunch of money? But please keep in mind a key here, which is don't try to make a zillion X. Too often, a lot of people make this mistake. They get in, they're up 2 or 3X. They don't take out their principal so that they don't lose. And then you blink, your token's at lower than when you started. Then you have a decision. Do I put in more, or do I take the loss? All these different things. So the best thing I can say, in case you've never been here or done this before, is to remove your principal as fast as you can so that you don't lose, and just let it ride, as we say. See what happens. That way you can feel good about yourself. And if you take out your principal at $100 or $1,000 or $10,000, and then it goes to $1 billion market cap, don't feel bad because you took out your principal. Now, this is probably opposite of what people will tell you, which is hodl, bro. Just hold it. Just don't sell, hold it forever. Yeah, that's not bad. I agree. But do that after you've attained a 1X or 2X or 10X. You'll feel much better. Also, because of the high frequency of rugs in this space, 90%, 99% maybe, you'll be able to ensure that you don't lose all your money if you can get in. Another piece of advice I'd like to give is don't chase. Now, a lot of these things I will talk about in detail in my upcoming book, which took way too long, right? 44 Tenets of Crypto, how to succeed, how not to get wrecked, and a lot of different concepts so that you can be safe in this space. But I wanted to mention a few on this podcast so that you can succeed in the space. So we talked about events, being careful at events, making sure that you post pictures if you choose to, but understand that it could cause other issues, especially with AI. There's all types of things that can happen. You post your real face, they can put it on someone else's body. Next thing you know, there's pictures of you with other things that aren't true, and blah, 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 blah. So be careful. There's nothing wrong with being anon in this space. I've already mentioned going into these places, online, and being careful there, maybe using a pseudonym so that you don't dox yourself, which would cause other issues. You may get a stalker, et cetera, et cetera. This 5% or 7% currently that is in crypto is absolutely insane. They're insane. Trust me, I've been talking to various groups, my own team members. I've seen all types of insanity I can't even tell you. And it's crazy to think the people who you can trust, you can't trust, because most of the people in this space, again, men, are either greedy or opportunists. And they'll utilize any opportunity to take from you anything that they can extract from you, and make sure and don't care about you whatsoever in this thing. It's hard enough to be a woman, but it's even harder to be a woman in this space currently. This is really why we built the karma and reputation system in the first place, to help ensure that women and men as well are safe in this space. And another reason why we have the LEASH style. So let me explain what we've done to help protect women and to help protect everyone. The LEASH style, and I've mentioned this before in the podcast, is designed to be the police or the judges of our network state, so that if there is in our space the Shiba Inu ecosystem, or the Shiba Inu operating system, or the Shiba Inu network state inside of our safe space, if there are issues for those who have accounts, we can instantly take that issue to the LEASH style and deal with it in the proper manner. Ideally, once more and more people have accounts with us and eventually gain citizenship, you'll know who to trust and who not to because of this karma and reputation system. This is exactly why we did it. I don't really have anything else to say except good luck, and be careful, and to have fun. Fun is kind of the last thing here. There's a lot of ways and a lot of fantastic people here that'll have fun with you inside these chat rooms where they're trying to win. But remember what I've said about the opportunists and really the scammers out there, so that you are protected and you don't lose more than you win. I believe in you, all of you, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right, cool. So that was the first one. That was episode 11 of Shytoshi Kusama's.
Ladies.
Whoa, chill. Don't start over. All right, cool. That was episode 11. So essentially what this episode was about, it was actually directed to women, which I think is a big plus for Shytoshi Kusama to try to reach out. Essentially, it took some notes. Basic safety for women was be careful. Don't just dox yourself. If you are going to be a public figure, go ahead and do that. If not, just be aware of that. He mentioned an example of some of the supporters posting AI images instead of posting themselves. All right. Also, make sure that not only protect yourself, your identity, but expect, as he said, unfortunately, because there's idiots out there, harassment. Okay. He brought up also, don't get too greedy. He said there's a bunch of rugs out here. So that's part of the reason why he's going to introduce the karma and reputation system. Okay. So if you do get into a play, one thing he recommends is once you're up 2x or 3x, get your principal out and then just let it ride. Now you have a moon bag and you have your initial investment back, guaranteeing that you are not going to run out of money. All right. If you continue to take out the principal from your investments at 2 and 3x, there's no way that you can run out. Okay. That's essential basic economics that he gave you guys. He's going to come out with so much more with his book. Okay. The 44 tenets. It actually the hardcover comes with an exotic scent. I forgot what it is actually, and the book was actually 1 Ethereum. That was the price of it when it was announced. I know a digital copy is eventually going to come out, and it is his journey and what he learned through his experience with Shiba Inu. He also, one thing he said, he focused on men being opportunists, right? I'm gonna say this: humans are opportunists. Yes, this space is dominated by men, but at the end of the day, human tend to be ruthless. All right, and it takes some leaders out there like Shytoshi Kusama, like Ryoshi. People that actually want a positive change. Because keep in mind, he used the word opportunist. That word is very important to Marxist Leninists, because what is an opportunist? An opportunist is basically a chameleon pretending to go with the philosophy in order to enrich themselves or gain some kind of advantage. All right. Many times betraying the project that they themselves swore to. Okay. So we have to be aware of those. And yeah, that's basically, this space is ruthless. So that's part of the reason why he mentioned that. The leash DAO. He mentioned the leash DAO. This is alpha for you guys. This is what is going to be the police slash judges of the metaverse. If something happens, that's where we will be essentially guided. If this shuts down, I will restart it, because for some reason when I start um, recording, this thing starts tripping. So let me go ahead and it's saying that the audio is not there. So I'm gonna stop share. I'm gonna stop sharing real quick. Let's go ahead and quickly hit this uh, share bop, bop, so that I can hit this. What was it? Was it this one? I don't even know if it was this one. I think it was this one. All right, cool. So we did episode 11 already. All right. So this one right here is going to be episode 12 of Shytoshi Kusama's Meme Mania, the 36 Chambers of Tech. All right. Once again, presented to us by Shytoshi Kusama inside the metaverse. And I'm on Shib_IO's channel. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell in case they go live or drop content. You can be notified, and of course, support them. Hit that like, and if you can, leave a comment. All right, let's go ahead and get into what episode 12 is. So the last one should be Monday. This one should be Tuesday, so it should be Treat Tuesday. We'll see what happens.
Ladies and gentlemen, foes and fans, friends and fudders, welcome once again to Meme Mania and the 36 Chambers of Tech. My name is Shytoshi Kusama, your host, and I'm very excited today. It's Tuesday. We're going to start talking about Treat. all of the various wonderful use cases they're in, why, and some of our new partners. We're also going to take the time to discuss Bone, Leash, and of course, our favorite Shib as well, so that everyone in the Army understands the plan. Let's start with one of my favorite partners, Mass. Now, what exactly is Mass? Mass is an AI platform that is designed to allow anyone to quickly, using AI, create and manage a business. For any of you out there who've ever tried to start a business, you know that it's not a simple ordeal. It actually takes a little bit of time and money. You have to go and create the business, get the LLC, get an EIN. And I'm just talking in the United States. In other places, it's actually more complicated. I've heard that in Germany, it's quite a lot of paperwork. Not just that, but creating a business account, bank account, also takes a lot of time. Go to the bank, put all your information in, make a deposit. Not only that, but if you actually are raising money, how are you going to manage the cap table? That's a whole nother structure and process. Accepting the money, a whole nother structure and process, and a time-consuming one at that. But what if there was a way with just a few clicks and a few moments of your time to create that business you've always wanted to? And what if this structure, this financial layer, as we like to think of it for our network state, existed in a way that made it very easy? Well, in that case, it'd be kind of awesome. It's something that people would pay for because it's cheaper and faster than the alternatives. That is why we partnered with Mass. Not only does Mass allow us to have this advanced feature inside of our network state, the other pieces of technology that we have, including our marketplace and things like that, support your new business in moments. So not only do you create your business, you can then quickly create the store to sell things. You can create all of the social media necessary. You can have your community ready to go, and so many other things faster than you could have any other way. A one-stop shop for Web3. Being a network state isn't easy. You're going to need a financial layer that interlocks or works very closely with the other entities in the world, the Web 2 world, the Web 1 world, technically. Having this is beneficial. Too often we think, oh, crypto will replace the banks. It will replace absolutely everything. And that's true. But before it happens, you need to be able to work in the matrix, in the world that we all exist in. You still have to take care of the things that you have to take care of there. That is why we knew it was important to have this financial layer that allows us to interface with the old world while we build a new one. It's powerful stuff. It's intelligent. And it's just one component of a much larger picture. Without it, we'd still be in the Web 2 world. I hope to have a special edition where I interview the CEO of this fantastic platform, where he'll go more into detail of why it exists and where they are in building such a cool structure. But it runs and it's working great. We're really excited to have it integrated into our system as the financial layer. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure once again to talk to you about why Shib is so much better than everything else out there. And Mass is just one of those reasons. Treat, in my humble opinion, DYOR, not financial advice, but I think it will be a monster. And it fits perfectly with the other tokens in our ecosystem. Together, we lead and change the world. And I hope that you'll be there instead of standing on the shoreline staring at the boat that you missed. Take care, Shib Army. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, that right there was episode 12 of Shytoshi Kusama's meme mania. All right. And I just want to say he dropped a lot of alpha right here. He dropped a lot of alpha. This was a short one. That's the one thing about these episodes. They're short, but there's big alpha. All right. I did a full episode on mass and that partnership. All right. It's not an exciting episode. All right. A lot of my episodes aren't exciting, but they go into the weeds. What exactly is mass? All right. He actually just mentioned the principal reason why they partner with them that I didn't know, okay, which was that Mass is an AI technology company that allows people to create and manage businesses. Think of how big this is. If people and businesses start incorporating into the Shiba state, into the Shiba economy, keep in mind how much money can a business generate? Well, it depends what kind of business. Now we're going to have a whole array of businesses interacting with the ecosystem, which of course they're going to have to buy bone to interact with the ecosystem. They're going to have to buy treat and they will accept treat. Okay. Because he also said something really important. I should have looked at the time when he said it, but he said crypto is going to replace banks. And I do believe that we are headed that way, especially with what's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow is the inauguration. Donald Trump going to come in. He's going to come in with full force. He's already saying executive orders day one. Okay, so if that's true, if he does sign a Bitcoin strategic reserve, if he does sign an altcoin strategic reserve, you best believe crypto's gonna go crazy tomorrow. I believe. I don't even know what Bitcoin's at right now. It's probably like at 100K or 103,000 last I checked. But I believe as soon as Donald Trump puts his hand on that Bible, swears in as president number 47, the crypto market's gonna explode. 110,000 Bitcoin, maybe even 120,000 Bitcoin. Straight up. I'm telling you, it's gonna go crazy tomorrow. Get in now, front run everybody. All right. I'm just putting it. And in fact, if Trump, and here, let me go ahead and good looking on the comments, Reginald, because it gives me something actually to touch on because you said you think Shiba Inu will hit $1 this year, 2025, and I even think Shytoshi knows. Well, look, he said in some of the old episodes that he didn't even know how far this could potentially go. All right, and absolutely, it absolutely is coming all together. This is the most methodical plan. Keep in mind something that people aren't understanding about Treat. Treat is going to allow the bypassing of third parties. What the hell am I talking about? Well, for example, do you guys remember a while ago there was this video game company called Epic Games? They're the ones that make a game called Fortnite. It's one of the biggest games in the world. Now, this company wanted to let people download the app from their website and basically so that they can generate 100% of the revenue. Right now, a lot of these applications are stuck in a monopoly with these application stores, whether it's the Play Store for Android, which is of course is run by Google, or whether you have the App Store, the Apple Store. All right. So I have some alpha and it's on the thumbnail. I have some alpha and it's on the thumbnail. All right. So, like, you know how you go to the Play Store, you know how you go to the App Store? Well, you're going to go to the Shib portal to download stuff. All right, to download your applications. Okay. So this is alpha. Nobody is talking about, no one has mentioned this. All right. The Shib portal essentially is, in my opinion, and like I said, nobody has told me this. I'm putting it together. The Shib portal is going to take on Google and Apple, okay, in terms of application stores. All right, this is what the competition is going to be coming across. The SHIB powered Shiba state, Shibarium blockchain operating system coming together. Once again, it's all coming together. The identity, you can't have a Shiba state or an independent digital state without identity. You can't have fully homomorphic encryption without decentralized identity. Once again, coming together. So let's go ahead and keep this going. So I'm gonna go ahead and running through the comments real quick. It says, no worries, Shytoshi is breaking it all down for us. No worries, absolutely no worries. In fact, and what I'm trying to do is bring in a little bit more. So basically, treat is the key to bypass the app stores that now monopolize. Okay, this is going to allow companies to interact with their clients, with their consumers directly without any third parties. In other words, right now, even if you think you're not using a third party, if you go to 7-Eleven and you make a purchase, and let's say you want some cash back, they might charge you 35 cents if you use your debit card or something. Okay, so that goes to some processing fee to Visa or MasterCard. Why are you having to do that to use your own money? That makes no sense. Keep in mind, Shib Pay is coming. Samsung Pay, Apple Pay, Google Pay, Shib Pay is coming. Okay, so I'm giving you guys the alpha so you guys could put it all together. Okay, it is all coming together. All right, trust me. All right, it's just a matter of understanding the pieces. All right, and damn right, crypto will replace the banks. All right, let's go ahead and get into the next one, and then I will definitely hit some more of these questions and comments. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Of course, I go by Crypto Marxist, aka Bone Army. If you guys are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that sub, hit that like, bell it up, because some of my stuff is time sensitive and urgent. And what I'm doing right now is I'm going through Shytoshi Kusama's Mememania. In case you don't know what that is, Shytoshi Kusama is dropping these talks covering different topics, different areas of crypto, of spiritual philosophy, and of the over 36 different services and technologies that are going to be incorporated and offered to companies from the Shiba state, from the entity, which is the Shib project, which is Shiba Inu, LEASH, Bone, and of course, Treat. Eventually, the stable coin of all crypto, okay, will be Shi. Okay, so that is another play coming as well, because of course a stable coin is important when you're talking about doing commerce. All right, and that is part of the reason why this is all coming together. All right, let's go. So this one right here is number 13, and of course I'm getting this from Shib the Metaverse. I believe this is their channel. I'm not even sure, but it's Shib_IO is the channel. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you like it, make sure you hit that bell, and make sure that you leave a comment. All right. If this for some reason freezes up on me, we will go ahead and run this back, because for some reason every time I go live, this thing starts tripping. Low key gets me heated, man. All right, let's go. Let's run this. And let me know how the audio is.
When foes and fans, friends and fudders, welcome to Mememania and the 36 Chambers of Tech. I am your host, Shytoshi
What's up with the audio?
Kusama, and we're digging into the tech today. Now, I'll give a basic overview and understanding that I have about the tech, and then we'll let the technical people take over and talk all of it.
I don't know what's going on, my people. I don't know if this is about
I'm
to.
just a visionary. You ready? Let's get to it. The first thing I want to kind of talk about is this series of things that really combine with our self-sovereign identity. And self-sovereign identity is important. You deserve the right to own your data. You deserve the right to have the data that's yours, just like you have your own keys. You deserve the right to allow a company to use your data and pay you for that. You deserve the right to be a true person and a true citizen in the digital world, just like you have the right to be able to delete it. Now, The three components that I want to mention that I think specifically flow well with identity is things that we call Shiba Pay, the ability to do on-chain payments.
I just
for
told you guys
accepting
about Shiba
crypto
Pay.
on websites, permissionless point of sale system, completely self-custodial. We think this is a game changer. We think it's something that allows a lot of different companies that consider commerce to be important a new way to do business. But it only works if you have identity built in. Now, this is all great and dandy, but if you have a complicated system where it's difficult for people to make a payment, it won't work. So you need some sort of account abstraction and gasless model that allows for things to happen very quickly without the need for gas, but the ability to still have a transaction fee so that you can make money in the process. Our SDK will help this be very smooth and allow for one of the best ways to do it. This is huge because any ecosystem DApp can adopt it and use it and grow with us. Finally, of course, you need a wallet, right? Some sort of wallet that allows for holding your assets that you use to pay, and obviously tied directly to your self-sovereign identity. We call this Shib Smart Wallet, a multi-chain portfolio with various tracking capabilities. And you'll notice I said it's a smart wallet, not just a normal wallet. There's various things you can do with having a smart wallet, including being able to assign someone to be a custodian for your wallet, or to assign someone to receive things in the future from the wallet, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I've said more than enough for this particular set of 3 of the 36 chambers of tech. So I'll let the tech team take over from here and describe and showcase a little video of how it all works. Thanks for listening, and talk to you soon, Shib Army. Showcase a little video of how it.
All right, I don't know where that video is. So, oh shit, this thing is laggy right now. Sorry, my people. It's just annoying because I don't know if you guys can hear me. But anyways, he dropped alpha on you guys. So I was just telling you guys about Shib Pay, and I forgot to mention a couple things on the previous video. This one was short. I don't even know how short this was. Was it like 3 minutes or 4 minutes? So I wonder what that video is. But I did want to tell you guys that what this network state is doing is essentially bringing in the old business models from Web 1, Web 2 into Web 3, okay? Because until now, there hasn't been Web 3. It's all a lie, I'm telling you, all right? Because you need all of these components in order for it to be proper. And this is exactly what Shiba Inu and their team is doing, my people. So Shib Pay. Shib Pay is going to be like a Venmo, like a Samsung Pay, Apple Pay, Google Pay. Okay, so that is essentially going to be a vehicle by which you will be able to interact with different companies, different individuals. Permissionless self-custodial system. Okay, this is crucial because some people believe interacting and the freedom of permissionless and transactions essentially are more important than freedom of speech. That's how important that is. Okay, so and lastly, identity. Okay, and this isn't just any identity. This is a decentralized identity. Okay, this allows, for example, people in countries where, for example, they might be a journalist or they might be a whistleblower or something like that, to have and prove who they are, have a way to prove who they are without actually having to divulge who they are. On top of that, if they have a DID, a decentralized identification, then that means that they're able to access Web3 permissionlessly, once again, which is part of what he was talking about, without having to interact with the government. Because, for example, right now, most of your stuff is tied to your government ID or your actual email. Okay, so if it's tied to your or social media, it's tied to your ID, your email, or your social media. That being said, now we're moving into allowing yourself to get into a decentralized ID or a crypto wallet, a Web3 access point. All right. And why is that important? For people that live in dictatorships, they'll just close your email account, they'll just close your bank account. Okay. So that this actually prevents the control and centralization that dominates the world. All right. Let me see. Let's go ahead and get into some of these comments real quick before I get into finishing this. Well, actually, no, let me finish this because this is important. And also, you have to be able to interact. How do you interact? It has to be gasless. You can't, for example, if you want to buy something that's very inexpensive, let's say worth 5, 10 cents, the gas can't be that much. You know what I mean? It's not going to function. So what you need is a way, and they're specifically talking about SDK, so that it can be gasless, and that allows way more transactions. Another thing too, the wallet that he was talking about, the Shib smart wallet, which is a portfolio and a bunch of other stuff. I mean, it's just it's a how can I explain it? It's like an everything wallet. Let's say you have $1 million, all right, and you want to give your $1 million, split up your $1 million to your heirs, all right. This is a way by which you can send money to somebody in the future. Okay, in the future, this right here is going to be tied to your identity, and the entire system of fully homomorphic encryption, which means, and this is, you know, once again, we're talking about life here. Okay, and when we're talking about life, we have to talk about death, and that, for example, if someone dies and it is confirmed in the blockchain through, let's say, a medical or a coroner, and it's official, someone signed off, there's a death certificate, that money would go immediately. You can will your money. Okay, so once again, this isn't just your money is dead in your crypto wallet, like right now in your MetaMask, right now, or in your Phantom wallet, or in your Coinbase wallet, or in your Trust wallet, or in your Coin, any wallet, it don't matter. Right now, you have your coins in there, whether it's $1 or whether it's $10 million. If you happen to die in an accident and nobody knows where your um passphrase is or your password, no one's ever going to be able to access that money. In other words, your death just may turn you into liquidity. All right, that's crazy to think about. All right, you don't want to, don't be liquidity. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Don't be liquidity, my people. So this is going to definitely take it to a whole nother level. All right, this is also going to allow you, okay, to function and make those other businesses, pay your taxes. I mean, there's so much. All right, so let's just go ahead, and of course, because it is a smart wallet, you won't have to get your ID and all this to get a loan. No, if you have digital assets, or based on NFTs or whatever it is in metaverse land, you will be able to get loans without the rigor of these credit checks. All right, if you have the assets, then you can borrow against your assets. All right, so this is big. All right, so all right, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, because this is not run of the mill project. This isn't just a meme token. This is the beginning of an entire economy. Okay, gross domestic product, gross national product. Businesses, no, from individuals to clubs to organizations to businesses to countries. Okay, this is to, you know, corporations, and I mean, this is everything. All right, this is, you are going to be able to scale. Look at Solana right now. Trump dropped his coin on Solana, and that thing is congested as hell. In fact, Shytoshi Kusama had posted a meme that I was dying, because it was that smudge cat. You know, it was the girl like yelling at the cat, and the cat's just like, you know, at the table, dinner table, and it was, she's like, "You said Solana," and then the cat's like, "No, you." She says, "You said Solana network," and then the cat's like, "I said Solana not work." So I was dying. Honestly, I thought that was kind of funny. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get into some of this. So Reggie saying, I want to get, what was this? And this thing is delayed. It's annoying. I'm telling you, if this happens to shut down, though, my people, I will run it right back. Trust that. In fact, do me a favor, share it so people run up in here. So Reginald said, I want to get that Shiba Pay. I think it's genius idea. Absolutely. We all got to get it. It's huge. All right. And like I said, Shiba Pay, I told you about it in the last episode, just mentioning it so it connects, because I want to give you as much alpha as possible. In fact, I gave you the alpha of the Shib portal, the Shib portal. In fact, if you want to see the logo, it's actually on the thumbnail. It's on the thumbnail for this video. It's on the bottom right part of the thumbnail. One other thing I want to tell you, nobody has told me this, okay? This, and once again, you can say I said it, I don't care. The point is, nobody has told me this. I believe I found something out that nobody has spoken about. And it is this. You see that billboard in the background? You see the screen over here? And you see that billboard all the way? It says Shib.io, and it has a Shib Metaverse logo over there, all the way in the background. I believe those billboards might be run by Decentraland. You know, Mana, the token, Decent. So I don't know if that's true, but that's something I had come across. I can't tell you how I came across it. Nobody, in fact, I challenge anyone to even show me something, anything close to that. I believe I'm the only one with that ultra alpha. Okay, just understand this is an entire ecosystem that's in the making. All right, so let's see. So we got the Mid Journey. What up? The Mid Journey coming through, saying that smart wallet sounds next level. We need to be able to leave our family crypto assets after we pass. People have struggled building that tech. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And imagine just turn all this. You struggle your entire life, build up your assets to, you know, go ahead and leave your assets to your family so that they're okay. You know, maybe even if you're that goated, retire your, not just your family, but your lifeline. Okay. And something tragic happens and you turn into liquidity. I mean, damn, do not be liquidity, my people. So we got not your financial advisor. Let's go Treat. Treat is by far the most revolutionary token that people don't understand. The technology is so far advanced when we're talking about decentralized identity, when we're talking about the importance of what that means, the importance of fully homomorphic encryption, which is not just encryption. Like I heard a dev that I respect sounding kind of silly. He's like, well, I don't think I'm going to use it. Like, this isn't just a way for you to send a message encrypted. No, this is a whole new internet that is being invented before you. And when I say that, I'm not capping. This is what it is. We're going from HTTP to HTTPS to HTTPZ. Okay, this is 100% encrypted communication website DeFi, uh, data, mass data. For example, DNA, taking your DNA, getting it tested, having an analysis done, putting it in a large data model with other DNAs, so that maybe you can discover something without, or maybe the scientists can discover something without divulging your identity, without divulging whose data is being used. Okay, that is crucial when you're talking about some of these ancestry.com and 23andMe and all these genetic sequencing and ancestry lineages being put out there in the dark web, basically sold, like your information being sold, your biological information, not even your personal. Okay, all the info, like, all right, cool, you get new stuff. No, your actual biological, your biometrics are being leaked. And this is happening because a lot of the encryption gets decrypted during processing. And actually, what fully homomorphic encryption does is it allows end to end, full end to end. Okay. And once again, this is taking, for example, not just the medical stuff, this is taking large swaths of genetic information, looking into the pools, and maybe finding cures for cancer. My people, this is not just run of the mill. This is big. All right, I want you guys to understand how big this is. So big up to Shiba Inu, to Ryoshi, to Shytoshi, to the dev team behind them. Okay, and above all, to their, not only their revolutionary vision, but to their tenacity to continue through the FUD. All right, even from some Shib army, members. I mean, come on, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. Anyways, this is the Bone Army over here. All right, the difference between the Shib army. Respect to the Shib army. I am part of the Shib army, but the Bone Army, we go into the weeds. All right, we fight the FUD. All right, we don't just sit back. Anyways, let's go, man. Getting heated and shit. All right, let's go. So, Rachel, I hope the video works so we all know how to use Shiba Pay. Oh, absolutely, it's coming, bro. It's coming. It's gonna. You're gonna just. It's see. What's happening here is the Shiba state is onboarding Web 1 and Web 2 without Web 1 or Web 2 knowing they're being onboarded. At the end of the day, whatever you say, whatever the community says matters, but what truly matters for any project to actually succeed is the adoption. And what Shiba Inu has done is they have focused on technology, which brings utility, and then what they have, in my opinion, successfully accomplished is bringing in a system through a user experience that's so easy that people are going to form their first businesses in Shiba Inu. They're going to have, as he said, because keep in mind, this is another thing too that they haven't really spoken about too much, but Shiba Inu's technology, one of the services they're going to bring, one of the 36 chambers is AI. But no, 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 no. Not just AI, not just, okay, communicate, not just Eliza type stuff. No, no, no. Agentic artificial intelligence. That is the level that they're, what do I mean by that? I mean, you're going to be able to to have a service, bring an AI into a company, bring it into your chat, bring it into a space, have it make you a website, have it tell you analysis. Okay, you know what? Maybe what is a way that my website could look a little bit more user friendly? Boom. Well, this and this. Okay, well, is there a way to make it that way, user friendly, maybe bigger buttons, and make it look like, and then let's say you like Apple's design or something, and make it look kind of sleek and cosmopolitan like and contemporary like uh, Apple or whatever. And the agent will actually be able to do that. The agent will be able to code for you. You'll be able to tell the agent uh, what is the nearest or the nearest flight to to Puerto Rico, all right, under $1,000 in within the next day. Boom, it tells you, all right, cool. It the next flights are this. All right, well now go ahead and do me a favor, book that. And is there any hotel close to there that has vacancy? Boom, it's booked. Yes, these hotels right here have vacancy. Go ahead and book me a non-smoking or a smoking uh, room in that Holiday Inn or in that Hilton. Boom, like if you aren't here, you're gonna fall behind. That's all I'm saying. All right, understand what's happening before your eyes, and you know what? It really, if not, you'll get it by next bull run. You'll get it by next bull run. But right now, what I'm doing is I'm preparing myself as much as possible for this and the coming bull run. So when people say a 1 cent, yes, to me, no brainer. 1 cent is coming if you understand what fully diluted valuation is, not real market cap. That's the difference when it comes to price. Another thing, too, when you look at Shiba Inu compared to Bitcoin, guess what? Shiba Inu is 125 years ahead of Bitcoin because the last Bitcoin is going to be mined in the year 2140, where all the Shiba Inu that's ever going to exist is already minted. Okay, it already has a purpose. It's already in Satoshi units. And here is some alpha for you guys if you are new to my channel. The crypto Marxist supply theory of Shib, the crypto Marxist supply theory of Shib, or the Bone Army supply theory of Shib, whatever is easier for you guys to remember, basically states this, and I'm the only one that's been pushing this. And this alpha is so big. If you understand this, you're gonna be ahead of 99.99% of the entire Shib army, let alone the entire crypto community. All right, because not everybody is a Shib member. Not everybody understands how nice the metaverse looks. Look at that. Look at that background. Look at the trees, different colors, shades, gradients. Look at the textures on the rocks. Look at the, I mean, come on, man. This is real Unreal Engine 6 type graphics. All right. Anyways, so I let's go ahead and keep going with this because I mean we're talking about the Shib smart wallet, okay, which is also gonna track your portfolio and allow you to with have what my God, man, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna allow you to basically say, you know what, when the RSI is this at this level, make an entry point. And you'll be able to talk to the agent once again and say, when do you think might be a good time to enter? It's like, although I can't give you financial advice, once it hits the Fibonacci, 1.6, or actually when it dips to the 0.5 level, in initial, I mean, come on, man, it's gonna be crazy. All right. So, anyways, yes, the smart wallet is next level, my people. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. I don't even know what this is. Episode 13. Once again, I'm getting this from Shib _ IO. I am getting annoyed because this thing is so laggy, but make sure that you are subscribed to them. Make sure that you like the video. Make sure you hit that bell, my people. All right, so you get notified when they drop content or when they go live. All right, because I'm getting it from them. All right, so let's go ahead and get into episode 14 and see what Shytoshi Kusama, who is the leader of the Shib army, has to say. Of course, dropping alpha for us. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead. Of course, like I said, got to give it up to their tenacity. All right, go ahead and like this video. If once again, I don't have to say it, you already know. And if you aren't following my channel and you're getting value and you think you might get value in the future, you know, go ahead and do what you will. All right, with that said, this is a 5 minute and 46-second video. Shytoshi Kusama, episode 14, Mememania, and the 36 chambers of tech, which we now know is actually more than 36 chambers. All right, big up to the Wu-Tang, because you know the Shib army ain't nothing to mess with, and the Shib army is for the children. Let's run this. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, foes and fans. Wait, give me a moment to talk to the fans. This is the first time.
Damn, this is annoying. You know what it is?
First time in my life that I've had fans, by any means. But it's the first time I've had so many fans. And I want to take a moment to thank them and say a few things about how grateful I am that they exist. At the end of the day, I'm just Ryoshi like everyone else. I'm just someone here to build the future and someone here to help save the world with your help. So it's important that in the future, you don't put me on a pedestal or think that I'm some sort of god. I've seen that in certain chat rooms like, wait, what, bro? No, 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 no. Or that I'm, some sort of saint. Instead, I want you to realize that I'm a flawed human like everyone else. I want you to realize as well that I'm just doing the best that I can to build something worthwhile in the craziest industry ever, 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 ever. I did not expect this to happen, although it was expected of me from a very young age. And I am just as surprised as you, but I do have the skill set to make this possible, as Ryoshi could tell very early on. I appreciate you as a fan because lo and behold, when I see positive messages that offset the terrible FUD and lies that I often see, the messages that I'm a scammer when I'm literally just trying to build, it keeps me going. In many ways, you've kept me alive. You've kept me sane in an insane world. And you've helped me to understand that there are good people out there in the world, because at times it feels like there isn't. Too often, actually. One thing that I like to remind you all is that this is the first time something like this has been done. Something built at this level has been achieved. And definitely the first time a founder such as Ryoshi stepped away and left this to the community, and then the community ran with it to this extent. Moreover, I think this is the first time that someone who worked alongside all of you left a testament like this to be alive forever for anyone to listen to in the future. Sometimes I wonder, how would it be if we had a message like this from Satoshi? What would it be if we had an archive that explained what he was thinking, not just a white paper? And for this reason, I decided to do this. Colette mentioned to me many times that it was time for me to speak out and explain exactly who I am and why I'm here. And unfortunately, I don't think it's time for me to exactly say who I am and why I'm here. Some of you out there who are my fans probably can figure it out if you listen closely. Those of you who don't know the time, don't understand what needs to be done, might miss it. But that's part of the beauty, right? The surprise of it all, the wonder, and I guess in many ways, the mystery that exists when someone that you've never seen works for your bags and not his or her own. Believe this is one of the things that's missing in crypto, the ability for the community to work together and to build something greater. But again, to my fans, without you, I wouldn't exist. So I just wanted to give a very short thank you today and every day. You can replay this and know that I believe in you probably more than you believe in me. And without you, this won't continue. There are a lot of people out there, even some of the closest people to me, who believe that once we move away from these unusual positions and hand everything to the community properly, a full decentralized ecosystem, full operating system, a full structure, that it will fall apart. And I am asking you to make sure that doesn't happen. I want you to call out the scammers. I want you to do your best to make sure that Shib grows greater than even I can imagine. I'll be with you in spirit no matter what. And I'll be with you in our state as long as I can. So, thank you again. And I look forward to answering many of the questions that you left when I requested questions, but that will be for another time. It's Friday, and I hope that you have a great weekend. Until next time, Shib Army, stay well, and I salute you.
All right.
Ladies
Whoa,
and gentlemen.
Chill. All right. So that right there was episode 14 of Shytoshi Kusama's metaverse presentation that is titled Mememania and the 36 Chambers of Tech. Of course, that is a Wu-Tang reference. All right. So I kind of want a Wu-Tang Shib cover for the Shib magazine. All right. I'm saying it. Someone shoot that to Shytoshi. All right. Just at least some Shiba Inus and some Wu gear or something. All right, cool. It don't matter. Or at least, you know what I mean? Like, all right, here, let's get into this. All right, cool. So let's go ahead. All right. So what was he talking about? This was basically a thank you. This was a thank you to you guys, all right, to the fans. As he said, he's not used to having fans, and this is the first time that he has fans. Of course, some people are more fanatical than others, as he said, you know, considering him a god and all that. But what I wanted to say is that one thing about Shytoshi, and we can't deny this. I've never met Ryoshi or them, but one thing about Shytoshi is he definitely understands. He's definitely woke. He's definitely a revolutionary. You know what I mean? So definitely have to give it up to him. And you know, I was talking a couple of episodes ago about the tenacity, the continual will to accomplish this project, this experiment in decentralization that has never been accomplished before. This is something that has never been done before. Understand this. All right. First of all, it takes money to do things. So this right here is hard work, sweat and tears, okay? And a very strategic and methodical plan to be able to continue to generate not just marketing funds, because there are none, but to continue to generate enthusiasm from the Shib army, the Bone army, the Leash army, and of course the Treat army. All right, you already know. All right, so this is also key that he mentioned. Why is he doing this? Why is Shytoshi Kusama doing this? Well, he said that he wants to leave a record. He wants to leave an archive so that people understand what he is thinking, what he was thinking. Okay, keep in mind, we're at the beginning of this, but this right here is going to be heard in 100 years from now. Understand that. In 100 years from now, this is a documentary record of the first actual network state, digital state that has come into fruition. All right. The one thing I don't want them to leave without making she, where they say they want to leave it to the community, I personally would want them to leave that as the last gift that they give the Bone Army, the Shib Army. All right. Because we believe in their ability to deliver. Why? Because they've already delivered three of the most successful tokens that are in crypto. Unique utility. They've already delivered a blockchain. They've already delivered countless partnerships, including with some of the biggest names in crypto, like Chainlink. Okay, understand with it partnerships with some of the biggest industries like the movie industry in India, some of the biggest partnerships in influence, literal influence, how to make people famous type influence services. This is not a basic project. This is a meticulously crafted and well thought out Trojan horse. Okay, this is literally the most stealth yet most powerfully constructed Trojan horse, technologically constructed Trojan horse in the history of man to this time. Okay, this is going to literally take on political structures. This is going to take on the banking structure, the centralized banking fiat structure that has enslaved the majority of the proletariat class. This is what we're talking about. And this is what they have started to accomplish. They are continually delivering, and they have so much more that they're going to continue to deliver. But it all ties into literally the greatest experiment in decentralization that has ever been devised. You know, thank you, Ryoshi. All right. I am Ryoshi. You are Ryoshi. Okay. Remember that we are Ryoshi. Just like I'm Bone Army, you're Bone Army. We are the Bone Army. All right. This was episode 14. All right. This is episode 14. So let's see. The middle, so we have one more episode to catch that they dropped, I think, today from what I have understood. I say Shytoshi says something so big is coming, no one will be able to ignore Shibarium. Look, this week, shit is going to go insane. Okay. So he already actually said, he said, you know what, go ahead, let Trump have his moment. Let Trump have his moment. What Shiba Inu and the Shibarium ecosystem as a whole has accomplished is nothing short of a miracle. Okay, nothing short of a miracle. Shibarium has more transactions than Cardano. Understand that Shiba Inu is the number one crypto project, barring all stable tokens, obviously, in all of Ethereum. Understand what the magnitude of this is. It is aiming to be not just your run of the mill blockchain, no, an operating system slash blockchain slash the most comprehensive financial layer slash settlement layer. This is an all-in-one. Shiba Inu is the Swiss Army knife of crypto. I said it. Shiba Inu is the Swiss Army knife of crypto. Nobody comes close to Shiba Inu. And people don't understand it. They're like, oh, this guy really likes Shiba Inu. No, I love Shiba Inu because of what they're doing. What other project is trying to liberate the poorest sectors of humanity? Because that's literally what's happening right now in front of your eyes. And I get it. You guys might not understand the philosophy that's coming to this, but the ethics, the burn mechanisms, all right, the work and structures that are being in place, like he's saying, the structures are going to be left for us. Now, one thing I would say too, not only do I want Shytoshi to finish She, but I want some type of political system to be put in place that can be just like Web 1 and 2 is going to be onboarded to Web 3. How can we make a political entity that can just as easy get a one button type UI and come into fruition? Okay, so maybe that's what can be done with mass, if, because at the end of the day it's really just an organization. So who knows, I'm just putting it out there because this is what's on my mind. All right, cool. It says the middle journey says random arts, big shout out to random arts, asked if anyone knows what Shytoshi meant by post Unreal 5.2. Well, that sounds like an update to the metaverse. It sounds like an update to the metaverse. Unreal Engine 5.2 is what, or Unreal Engine 5 is what the metaverse was built on. That's the software. Okay. Marcy and a couple other people, as you guys know. So 5.2 is something that I haven't personally heard about, but if it is Shytoshi posting about Unreal 5.2, then maybe it's an upgrade to the metaverse. Okay. Because one thing I'm gonna tell you, when he's saying that there are partnerships that haven't been divulged, keep in mind when if this Unreal 5.2 is actually the release of Ryoshi Plaza, the Rocket Pond, all this, the actual centers with actual partnerships already in there for people to shop, is crazy. I'm just speculating, putting one and one, what I would assume would be a great play. I mean, just putting it out there. All right, it says Bone forecast this a bull run getting higher. Absolutely. Bone is going to hit between $50 and $100. That's my guess. Not financial advice, but I think Bone is gonna probably hit about $50 to $100. And I mean, that's high. I get it. But keep in mind, if the economy rolls out as it's slated to roll out, and keep in mind, Shiba Inu, everything plays into it because it is a deflationary ecosystem. And bone, as bone goes up in price, more Shib is burned. It's a dynamic burn mechanism that they invented. As more Shib gets burned, the price of bone goes up. As the price of bone goes up, more Shib goes up. I covered this because I believe there's a secret. I'm going to give you guys some alpha. This is hyper alpha that I believe is no one's touched on. There is a Shibarium bone. Okay, there's rat bone, there's regular bone, and then there's Shibarium bone. Shibarium bone is paired with Shib. Bone and Shib. Okay, so maybe that's why Vitalik isn't pumping Shiba Inu as much as Shytoshi might want, because he was asking how is Vitalik not talking about the layer 2, which literally has over 600 million transactions, literally more transactions than a blockchain that has the budget of Cardano. Cardano has a Cardano Foundation, has Charles, is supposedly in talks with the White House and all this other stuff. But, where's the beef? You feel me? Where's the beef? So this is the difference of what we're talking about over here. So when we talk about the bone forecast, this is much bigger than even BNB. This is bigger than BNB. The one thing I'm gonna say is, when are we going to get our because we centralized exchange controlled by a DAO that takes all the revenue and converts it into burn, into a type of budget to keep it functioning, maintenance, etc., but then turns all other revenue into burn. Because we already have the DEX. We have a decentralized exchange. That's, of course, Shiba Swap 2.0. Of course, all the other allies like Chewy Swap, Wolf Swap, and any other swaps that eventually develop. And then, of course, they have the liquid staking derivatives platform, which is K9 Finance, which you guys definitely have to participate in if you aren't already participating in it. And well, yeah, either way. So that's my prognostication. Des Monte, thank you for coming. All right, I believe it's the first time I see you. Go ahead and hit that sub, hit the like button up, because some of my stuff is time sensitive and urgent. And of course, to get the alpha over here. So that's my forecast. And I believe Bone has the potential. I believe Bone has the potential in the next bull run, 2028, to reach $1,000. Yeah, $1,000. All right. In fact, I had done an analysis that in the future, Bone might even be worth $10,000. I know it sounds crazy. I'm the only one that said that, but I don't really like to throw numbers out there, because a lot of people use that as clickbait. Oh, Bone to $100 this week, and it's like it's not even the bull run, and they were saying that during the bear market. You know what I mean? So I don't like to clickbait. But if I do come up with that, especially once we know the burn rate, keep in mind, Shib is going to burn in the metaverse. Shib is going to burn in Shiba Swap. Shib is going to burn, where else? There was one more. There was the metaverse. There is the swap. And there's one that I'm forgetting. But of course, it's going to burn in everything. It's going to burn in, Shiba Hub, Shib Torch. I mean, it's so, yeah, let's keep this going. So let me get through a couple of these comments and then get to the last episode of Shytoshi Kusama, episode 15. All right. So it says, loaded up on Bone during dip, added 16,000. Rigo, good job, bro. I'm trying to get to that level. I'm trying to get to half of that level. All right. The middle journey says, to me, I missed what he said. It says all right. So it says the middle journey once again says, this channel is next level. Great show. I appreciate that, bro. You know that comment's gonna stay up there. All right. It says, you are a crypto expert that gives us alpha all the time, brother. Bro, I'm trying to give you as much alpha as I possibly can, because that's going to help you guys. Not your financial advisor. Leash to 20,000. Absolutely. Leash will definitely be at least 20,000. And in fact, if this economy goes half as good as I believe it's going to be, Leash, see, and this is where people get crazy with me, right? And they're like, oh man, you're blinded by Shib. There's only 107,000 Leash. Understand? There's only 107,000 Leash. Oh, you know what? I was talking about the Bone Army theory earlier, and I forgot to tell you guys what it is. And basically, it is this, that there is less Shiba Inu. There is less Shiba Inu. Let me say that again. There is less Shiba Inu than there is Bitcoin. Satoshi unit for Satoshi unit. In fact, if we look at all the Satoshi units, Bitcoin has 2.1 quadrillion Satoshi units, and Shiba Inu started at 1 quadrillion, and about 40% of that is already gone. So they have 600 trillion Satoshi units left. All right. So just wanted to put that out there. So back to Bone, to Leash. I believe Leash, now that I said that, I believe Leash, if this economy goes half as good as it's gonna go, Leash is gonna be worth more than Bitcoin. All right, I said it. All right, let's go ahead and keep this going. All this FUD, and that was the Leash to 20,000. That was not your final advisor, not your financial advisor. All right, the middle journey. All this FUD coming at Shytoshi and Shibarium usually means some entity is scared of what's coming that will disrupt the world from Shibarium. You know what? You saw it. Why is it every time Shytoshi speaks on X, his voice starts getting muddy, he starts getting kicked off, it starts like muting, it starts like fluctuating, like whatever, and he's the only one that's happening to. Is Elon, the question is Elon Musk the biggest Shiba Inu fudder, Shibarium fudder out there? Like, is he scared of Shiba Inu actually taking over? I don't get it, because he's definitely a hater. But the real crazy situation is Vitalik. Vitalik Buterin, the founder of Ethereum, not really, giving us a little shine. Now, my thing is this. Now, he is, if he understands that Shiba Inu is trying to create their own situation with, because I need to talk to Shytoshi to find out if the end goal is to create their own layer 1 with unification outside of Ethereum, where the layer 2 Shibarium goes on the layer 1, or a layer 1 of unification, where also on top of the layer 2 you're going to have the layer 3. So I don't know, that's just something to think about. Or is it going to stay with Ethereum? Because in essence, Shibarium is like a vampire attack on Ethereum. Because let me explain this. When it comes to liquid staking, that's probably the best example I could give you guys. When it comes to liquid staking, you have Lido, for example, and if you stake Polygon on Lido, Polygon is a layer 2 on Ethereum. If you stake your Polygon on Lido on the layer 2, your rewards go to layer 1. It goes back to Ethereum. So really, there's value going into Ethereum. Now, what Shiba Inu does, Shiba Inu is the opposite. They're on Ethereum. And the whole point is they're going to take liquidity, as far as I can see, from the decentralized exchanges on Ethereum and from Ethereum itself, and move some of that value into the layer 2 Shibarium. That's what I'm understanding. And of course, whatever comes into the layer 3, which of course is a settlement layer slash application layer. That's where the applications are going to live. All right. So just putting it out there for my people. All right. So, of course, we are the Bone Army. Absolutely. Oh, shit. What up? Casey, big dog. What up, man? Good to see you. We got Sleep Burn. What's up with the hard drop in Bone? Bone crashed hard, brother. Absolutely. But not just Bone. Everything really, other than the Trump coins. But actually, everything is in the final fight. This is the final shakeout. This is the final shakeout. People don't keep in mind, you guys are in a niche right now. You guys are here. You guys are in DeFi. You guys have stake, tokens. You got NFTs. You guys are in the trenches, my people. Most people aren't in the trench. Most people barely can tell you about Bitcoin, let alone the tokenomics of it. And if they could, they don't know too much about Ethereum normally, unless if they're into crypto. But I'm talking about that run of the mill. Out of 100 people, you might get 15 people that know about crypto. Okay, so that means still about 85 people don't know nothing about Ethereum, don't know nothing about Shiba Inu, know even less about Leash, Bone, Treat, Shibarium, all this. So understand how early you guys are. All right, so when it comes to the hard drop, of course, the prices are manipulated, and right now they're going for that final juice. All right, it started going up. So then what happened? Everybody started saying, "Oh, let's go ahead and get in. The Trump is coming in, longs, baby." And what happened? They got absolutely annihilated. So when this final dip actually wipes out those final longs, then that's actually going to catapult Bitcoin up. I predict tomorrow Bitcoin 110,000 to 120,000. Okay. Is it going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news event, which normally happens like when Doge and Elon with SNL, the whole trifecta of he's going to get on SNL. He's going to mention Doge. That's going to bring the price up. No, normally what happens is, of course, people position themselves and right before they sell. Is that going to happen with this? No, because day one, he's signing executive orders. He already said it. So that means Bitcoin is going to get the stamp of approval from the government of the United States, which is currently one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful government in the world. On top of that, he said he was going to do a altcoin strategic reserve. So what does that mean? That means that altcoins are also going to pump. That means that every single token tied also to an altcoin, like Shiba Inu that's tied to Ethereum, Bone that's tied to Ethereum, Leash that's tied to Ethereum, Treat that's tied to Ethereum are also going to go up. But wait, not only that, that means that the entire Shibarium ecosystem is also going to go up, because technically the tokens on the Shibarium blockchain are derivatives of Bone, which is a derivative really of Ethereum, if you actually look at what's happening. So expect crazy numbers this month. Okay, tomorrow is literally the dip. The dip. Once Trump is in and puts his hand on that Bible, bananas, my people. In fact, that is going to be the official start of what is the parabolic phase of the Bitcoin run. And it's going to go crazy because these ETFs are also going to try to position themselves. Already the M1 and M2 money supplies are already leading. We know that gold moved. We know Bitcoin moved. So now we're transitioning from the Bitcoin phase into the Ethereum phase. Okay, that's essentially what's happening. But this is a super cycle, because normally you don't have the government of the United States, in this case, Donald Trump, pushing for crypto. Normally you have the governments pushing against crypto. Why? Because Bitcoin, for example, is a new system. Shiba Inu, new. Every single crypto is technically a new system outside of the Western financial monopoly system. Okay, that's run by the Federal Reserve, the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, and the Bank of International Settlements. Okay, in Switzerland. So this is literally Crypto is putting a stake through all these ancient financial institutions that have literally stolen. Because keep in mind, inflation is theft. These people have bought their way into positions of power to the point that they have the ability to make money out of the. Imagine if you had the ability to make money out of thin air. If you had a bank that could just churn out just money goes burr situation, you never really have anyone to account for. You have an entire separate system to the point that the chairman of the Federal Reserve can't even be fired by the president. Is that what I'm understanding from the Federal Reserve Act? So I don't know. Donald Trump coming in like like a wrecking ball to some of these people. In fact, to earlier today, shit, it's already midnight. Earlier yesterday, he said that he was going to release the documents for the JFK assassination, the RFK assassination, and the MLK assassination. You know how big that is? Sheesh. In fact, expect the crypto to go crazy with the JFK. As soon as he talks about or signs the JFK, there's going to be a crypto called JFK. In fact, we should drop it on Shibarium. We should drop it on Shibarium, Loki. All right, here. Let's go ahead and get through some of these questions. And so what's up with the, well, everything is dropping. Manipulator is going to get that liquidity, bro. That's what's happening. And this is your opportunity to get bone at under 40 cents. Crazy. So Sleep Burn says, I don't know if you guys already talked about it. I just jumped in. Nah, I'm glad you jumped in so we can talk about it. So it says the middle journey. Vitalik knows how great Shibarium is. This is all planned. They know what's coming. All this FUD is to keep us out of Shibarium, whilst some entity is buying over the counter. That's my bet. Well, absolutely. There's people buying. In fact, not only that, though, there's movement all over. Just, I think it was yesterday or the day before, the Shiba Inu deployer deposited 30 ETH on Shiba Inu Tree. All right, so moves are happening. All right, just understand what's happening. So it says, trust me, there is alpha. It says, trust me, there is FUD all over the place, especially in CoinMarketCap. They are raining on Bone. All good, loaded up more. We will have the last laugh when Bone hits 100. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm with that. It says, so Sleeper, thank you for answering. Needed clarity, brother. See you at the top. Absolutely. In fact, we need to, once everything is going and once you're able to form an organization, we should form an organization in every major city. All right. Have like, and call it Shib, whatever. Shib NY, Shib LA, Shib Miami, Shib Toronto, Shib Tokyo, Shib Mexico City, Shib, Cairo, Shib Baghdad, Shib New Delhi. I'm just saying. And that is a place where the Shib army can come together in a festival, in a type of barbecue, in a park, in a community. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's gonna be banger, my people. Huddle Bone to 100. Rafa Islam. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So it says, Sleeper and I agree. We just keep buying. Everyone I have mentioned Bone to is very negative to me at the moment. I just have faith. Shytoshi says it's all going to change soon. Absolutely. This is all according to plan. This is a rolled out, scheduled. In fact, maybe what Shytoshi is talking about, and I'm just speculating here, but everything's been planned. Everything, including a scheduled rollout with some of these centralized exchanges like Binance. So Binance might list Bone, Coinbase might list Bone. I'm just saying these are things that would absolutely get, and if they get the layer 2 bridging straight from the centralized exchanges into Shibarium, it's going to be a wrap. Now, I'm going to tell you something else, though. Coinbase, Coinbase, Coinbase is a hater. Coinbase is a hater. They don't like competition. You saw what they did with Wrap BTC on a punk move. They straight up said, you know what? We're not going to be accepting BTC, Wrap BTC from there. In fact, we have the Coinbase BTC. I don't trust it. All right. So let's just go ahead and says crypto block slowed a bone chart of $140. Showed a bone chart of crypto block showed a bone chart of $140. Really? All right, let's go ahead and get into the final episode, man. Shytoshi Kusama coming through, giving us that utility. All right, episode 15. If you joined late, go ahead and hit this like, bell it up because some of my stuff is time sensitive and urgent. If you're getting value from this, go ahead and sub. All right, so I'm getting my info right now from Shib_IO. Of course, you know I'm subscribed. You know I like it, and you know I build it up, my people. So this episode right here is 12 minutes and 10 seconds. This is actually the longest this week because some of them were really short. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this, my people. Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to reduce the quality. Is that what's going on? Oh no, it's only at 330. All right, cool. I thought that's why. I guess it's just laggy on my end.
Ladies and gentlemen, foes and fans, friends and fudders, welcome once again to Mememania. I'm your host, Shytoshi Kusama, and today we'd like to have another spiritual session. So, opposite of what we did last week, which was talk a little bit about spirituality and the universality of what many call God, but under various names from Eloah to Allah, Brahma, which I love that word because I believe a lot of these are actually ancient sentences and not just names, because a name has a characteristic in many cultures. So, Brahma, which I believe is translated in Hebrew as Bra, he who creates, Ma as a prefix meaning from, and no word after. So, he who creates from nothing. Now, doesn't matter what name you ascribe the most powerful force in the universe to be. I hope that it is going well for you, that we can have a moment together to discuss. First thing I like to do today is actually just have a meditation session. Let's have a little bit of quiet. I want to share something that was just sent to me by a new friend of mine who I appreciate very much. And it's a quote from Rumi. Listen to silence. It has so much to say. Very true. So, while too often we are very busy in our day and spending a lot of our time listening to, the noise, as I like to call it, let's take just a few moments here to meditate. Then I'll describe how I have been taught to meditate. Ready? Let's go. So, in the yogic tradition, prana or breath, and the energy on breath, in the Oriental Chinese tradition, it's qi, or chi. Um, cha is very utilized in certain dialects. But anyway, I digress. The point here is that we will take the time to focus on our breath in and out, and not only doing that, but using our mind to energize the air that we're going to breathe in and out. What I mean by that is giving it intention. Let's do it and then I'll explain. Ready? First, take the time to give the air around you mental intention, meaning think about something. Think about something that you want. Think about something that makes you happy. Imagine it and release it into the air. Let's do it. Now, it's not being released as you exhale, it's being released into the air before you inhale. And you're inhaling and must believe that you're inhaling your intention into your body. Then, of course, your lungs will accept that intention. And then you will exhale the, I guess, what's left, which is in this particular case, carbon dioxide. Let's do it again. Intention out, or in the mind first, then intention out into the world. I'm visualizing the intention leaving my mind into the air and the space around me. Then I'm visualizing inhaling that intention into my body and out. So you see the whole breathe in and breathe out. If you're not adding this component to it, you're missing the point. One more time. Intention in the mind, intention out, in. And now that the fudders have left because they think this is ridiculous, let's talk about some science that proves this is worth thinking about. The idea of putting intention into things has been slightly proven through the work of a certain Japanese doctor, which I don't have the name to. I'm sure we'll put it up on the screen. He proves that water has memory. He did this through a series of experiments that allows for things that are said to the water to be reflected in how the water looks as it is frozen. Now, water is magnetic, which is a whole nother conversation here. But in essence, water is magnetic. Of course, fire would therefore be electric, which makes a lot of sense, right? Electrical fire. And since water is magnetic, it's one of the easiest things to place intention in. It depends on what's on the outside of the cup itself, which is why the idea of having liquid death written on water you're going to drink is ridiculous. But hey, do as you wilt. Now, being able to write something much more powerful on your water, or in this particular case, putting the intention of what you think into the air will have results. It might be very, very small. You might not even recognize it, but after years and years and years and years of practice of this, you can actually achieve something pretty cool, or at least in my theory, you can. Another interesting concept of this is written in a great book that I highly recommend, and it's called The Silva Method. The Silva Method deals a lot with the imagination and how to utilize your imagination to achieve certain things. It's surprising that Silva doesn't have more followers. Only a few 100,000 people utilize his technique. And I'm not going to give you the full technique. You need to read the book and pay the guy for what he's created. That what the technique involves is using your pineal gland, your third eye, concentrating there and visualizing what you want in a very unique way. If visualizing what you want and being able to do so and imprint it on your mind makes sense, then why aren't we doing it more often? In fact, what exactly are we imprinting in our mind? It's a good question now, isn't it? I mentioned last session that we need to watch less television. But how about we think about this from a different viewpoint? The subconscious mind is a sponge. Whatever you put inside, it will remember. Okay. Now, this sponge, the subconscious mind, is described very well in the first book that I gave you, The Secret Science Behind Miracles. It's also a great book you can read, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, which I would also highly recommend, which helps you understand this. But I want to break down an actually very little known secret of the Bible. One of the things I like to do is study the Torah and the Tanakh in detail in its ancient language. And when I do so, I'm able to gain various pieces of wisdom that many, too many, don't understand, including many rabbis, unfortunately, or at least it's not well discussed in the public. But this particular one is so important, I think you need to know about it. So in Psalms, often it is said to the chief musician, to the chief musician, to the chief musician. However, This is incorrect. If you look closely at the translation, what you will see in certain translations is that it really says, to the one that will make it permanent. Why in the world would it be translated in such a way to make things permanent? And again, this deals with the subconscious mind. When you listen to music, so I've talked about media thus far, but I haven't talked about music. When you listen to music, you are impressing your mind or impressing onto your mind certain things, specifically the lyrics. Of course, the tune as well, but the lyrics. This is why, in my opinion, in Islam, most music, or some music, to my understanding, is haram, because the Prophet knew the power of music. It is written in the old books. So again, let me break it down. And it's easily provable, right? Hey, ready? I'll prove it to you. Name any song that you ever heard in 10 years, 20 years. Doesn't matter if it's rap, old rock, just a couple seconds of that song, you will sing along. You go to the party, you go to the club, it's like the DJ plays 2 seconds of a song and everybody, yeah, I love that song. I haven't heard it in 20 years. It is impressed on your mind permanently. You can't undo it. You can't forget your favorite song, even if it's not your favorite song. You ever had a song stuck in your head that you just want to stop getting it out of your head and you can't? So the ability to impress things on the subconscious mind is extremely important. So, Shib Army, be careful what you listen to. This is why you'll notice some of the richest, most wealthy individuals in the world listen to classical. And I'm not saying you need to listen to classical music. I'm saying you need to be careful of the words that you put in your subconscious mind. You'll notice this over and over when there are certain pieces of music where you would never say this to yourself, ever, ever. These are sentences you would never say that are permanently in your mind. Sorry, Swifties, but now I got bad blood is not something I want to say over and over to myself because I don't want it to manifest. But if you don't know that you're manifesting what you listen to or what your subconscious mind thinks, then you'll let people tell you anything. And I'm here to tell you, maybe it's time for you to work on something different. Now, how did the ancients deal with this, other than what I just told you from the Tanakh, which says that you are making the words of Psalms permanent in your mind? By the way, for those who question the idea that I know what I'm talking about, you can also find this again in the Torah, where the commandment is given to have these words behind your eyelids. This does not mean anything except memorization. If you memorize the words therein and impress them on your subconscious, you become more powerful. So in the old days, and still in certain cultures that are aligned with the truth, mantras are very important. What is your mantra? What are you saying to yourself on a daily basis? What are you listening to? Meaning, what are they saying to you on a daily basis? And how is it affecting your life? I don't know the answer to this question. This is an answer you have to figure out, because at the end of the day, I want you to be great. I want you to be wealthy and happy and have a great life. And if the music you're listening to says, I'm doing anything but that, stop listening to it. Seriously. Now, this concludes my spiritual session of the day. You can double check everything I've said, and I dare anyone to tell me that I'm wrong, because I'm not. Have a great day, Shib Army. Talk to you soon.
All right. Well, that was Shytoshi Kusama. Give me 1 second. I'm going to grab something real quick. Hold on. All right, my peoples. I'm back. Yo, he went deep, man. He went deep. He went deep. He went deep. You know, something funny though, I actually didn't think I was going to like the spiritual sessions, but I'm gonna be honest, they're probably some of the most important Shytoshi podcasts that are out there. All right. He spoke about, make sure this shit doesn't fall. Spoke about this right here, actually. I don't know if you guys could see it right here. All right. The Tanakh. You know, he's spoken about Freemasonry. You know what I mean? This book in particular is about the Freemasonic etiquette. He's spoken, all my dust on him. He's spoken about, you know, this is Duncan's Rituals, also a Freemasonic book. You can see that. You know what I mean? Of course, he's spoken about Islam. You know what I mean? You know, I got the Quran. No, I got the Quran. And, you know, he's spoken about, you know, the secret doc. Well, he didn't mention the secret doctrine, but he mentioned Helen Blavatsky. That's how she looked. You know what I mean? So he's spoken about Albert Pike. All right. So he's dropping some gems and some knowledge that I believe will help enlighten some people. Now, I believe he needs to talk about secret societies more. I believe, but once again, I'm sure the way he's doing it, let Shytoshi do whatever Shytoshi is trying to do. All right. At one point, like he said, he challenges anyone to look it up or whatever. You know, some of us might, you know, some of us have the books to look it up. Now, am I gonna challenge Shytoshi? No. Like I actually believe what he's saying. Shytoshi's on point. Is you know, and you know, he might be Jewish. I think he's Jewish because he knows how to read. He might have mentioned that before. I think I forgot that. And he said that he's studying it in the original Hebrew. So regardless, he's giving us the gems. Now, if you want to get into some of these philosophies and explain the world as it is, it's crucial, in my opinion, to talk about the secret societies. All right. So let's go ahead into some of the stuff he was talking about in this episode number 15. Once again, hit that like in case you haven't already. So he was talking about breathing exercises. He mentioned breathing exercises. In other words, meditation and the proper way to meditate with intent. Okay. So this is something that, once again, I haven't come across, but it is something that I did it while he was explaining it, and I understand more why that can drive a type of understanding, and because there is a lot to learn. So in fact, he mentioned Rumi, right? And he quoted Rumi. He said, quote, listen to silence, it has something to say. And that's deep, end quote. And that's deep. You know what I mean? So he spoke about the yogi tradition, you know, prana, and in the Asian philosophy of chi, you know, breathing techniques that, you know, breathing in and out, but energizing as well the air around you, almost like a super saiyan. You know what I mean? And of course, he spoke about water having memory. I've read about that before, actually. And he mentioned something about water being magnetic as well. Now, water, I know, is diamagnetic, which is technically a form of magnetic. Um, so, yeah, I mean, is it magnetic? Is it going to run and stick to a magnet? Depending on, no, it's not, but depending on large masses, you'll definitely get some type of um, effect on water. That's undeniable and observable. For example, magnetic resonance can definitely make water even levitate and stuff like that. That is, you know, undeniable. All right, so let's go ahead and get into these last questions. It says, not your financial advisor. Treat is pumping. Let's slurp this dip into a new all-time high. So is it dipping or is it pumping? You said right here, you said treat is pumping. Let's slurp this dip into a new all-time high. So the middle journey said Shytoshi is correct. How we think in our mind, so be it. And yeah, I agree because there is an old saying that says you are what you think. And if you're constantly thinking about how you can improve, it'll happen. Trust me, because it's an active thought in your head. Now, if you don't want to improve, then think about something you want to accomplish. Use that as your motivation, okay? And use some of these techniques. He spoke about the Silva method, okay? The Silva method. I myself haven't um, come across the Silva method, but I have come across the Winhoff method, which is also a breathing technique. The one thing I would add to it is that I think Winhoff focuses more on the breathing technique, where what Shytoshi was talking about focuses on not just the breathing, but using the breathing as a vehicle to introduce intent into your mind and release the intent into the world, surrounding yourself by that intent, repeating the exercise of taking in the intent before it's even inhaled, the intent being ever present until the intent, the breathing, the exhalation to intent becomes one. You become the intent. You are what you think. So, anyways, that definitely was pretty dope. Pretty dope. All right. So let's go ahead and how long are we going over here? Sheesh. Already almost on 2 hours and it's 12:34. I wanted to go about an hour, but I had to cover this. I had to cover this because you guys already know. You already know. So let me go ahead and quickly just check if I can because Dex Tools was tripping. Dex Tools was tripping. So let's see what we got over here. Okay. Oh shit. Yeah. See, this is what I was talking about. So Bitcoin pumping right now. Bitcoin pumping right now. Like I told you tomorrow. Well, today. I said today. I told you guys yesterday. Today thing was going to 110 to 120, maybe $130,000 for one Bitcoin. That's how crazy this is going, my people. All right. Don't as soon as he hits that signature, as soon as he did I get no. As soon as here, let me see what I got over here. Oh, I didn't even share the Dex tools, my people. Sorry about that. Or did I? This thing is tripping right here. Perfect time to end it. right, my people. So I was actually checking Bitcoin real quick. So I wanted to check Bitcoin before I signed off because that thing started looking crazy. I literally just told you guys about this, that it was gonna go crazy today. In fact, here, let's just focus on this because at the end of the day, this pump is gonna be crazy. I didn't even know this was going this crazy. I didn't even know this was going this crazy. And of course, we knew it was gonna happen. Hit the levels, of course, and boom, look at that. So of course, let's see what Shib is. Where is Shib? Because everything should probably be staying still. Actually, let's see if I'm wrong. All right, Shib up 1.6. So barely moving. Barely moving. All right. Because keep in mind, as Bitcoin shoots up this fast, its dominance is also shooting up. So then um chances are it's probably right now at about 57 to 58, I would say. And of course, we need that to drop. Let's see where um, Bone Shiba Swap is. Bone Shiba Swap 38 cents, my people. These are the levels. These are the levels. Don't sleep on these levels. All right. You got bad idea. You got bad idea at 10 million fully diluted market cap. Look at this. Crazy low levels. All right, this is where you guys come in and scoop these levels. I'm telling you. Look at this Canine Finance sitting at like 5 zeros 350. Crazy. Look at that. Where's it at? Boom. Coming up. Sheesh, look at that. Yep, 5 zeros 335.98. Okay, perfect levels. Perfect levels. I'm telling you. What else we got? What else we got? And yeah, that's basically what we got, my people. 'Cause some of the other stuff, like the Baron coin, that's not even that's not even Solana. Oh damn, that thing ran up that much. That's crazy. All right, cool. So with that, that's basically it, my people. I appreciate you. As you guys know, Bitcoin today is the inauguration. I almost feel like just leaving Bitcoin up. I almost feel like just leaving Bitcoin up and letting it run for an hour for you guys, just so you guys could see the price, honestly. But at this point, I mean, look at this. This thing is gonna go crazy. Honestly, how much was that? That was about shit. That was from 90. It dipped all the way to 99.5. So basically, look at this. Look at this. It went from 99.5 all the way up to one. Wait, did it break the all-time high? Did Bitcoin break its all-time high? Hold up. What the hell? Wait, what the? Hold on. I have this shit on 30 minutes. Let me go to 4 hours. That shit looks stupid. That shit looks so crazy high. So, actually, it looks like Bitcoin. We're about to see if it broke it. And that's it, right? This is where it's at. Yeah, it wasn't below this. All right, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So yeah, it actually broke, bro. It looks like it broke the all-time high. It broke the all-time high, 108.78. 108.78. Yep. Yep. That was it. Shit. Bitcoin all-time high on the day Donald Trump gets into office, my people. You feel me? That's what we're talking about. Like this guy, whether you like him or not, he's gonna go. He's good for crypto. He's good for crypto. All right, look at this. Perfect. And now this thing is gonna go parabolic. Now instead of this level, now we can bring this one back. We can bring this guy back over here and see where this actually starts to go. Hold up. This guy right here. Bro, what's up with Dex Tools? Just annoying, like straight up. Why you tripping today? Oh my god, look at it. So didn't even clone it. There it is. Took half an hour to clone it. Sheesh. Disrespectful. Alright, so here it is. This is essentially what we got going on here. So forget this one. Now we're back to this one. We're back to this one. So you get this one, you can throw this away. This right here, you can throw this away. Yeah, we back to this guy. We are back to this guy. All right. Now this is the range again. This is the range again now. In fact, this might catch up to this range again. Might even catch up to this. All right. I'm predicting Bitcoin $250,000 to $350,000 peaking this bull run. All right. This is a super cycle. This isn't a regular what is it halving cycle. Look at this. This thing we just had from 95 to from 99 to we almost had a $10,000 candle. So what was this? This candle was from 107,000 all the way. So that's where it peaked. So it was from 101 to 101 to 108. Yeah, 7,000. Holy shit. So that's crazy. Yeah, so this is definitely the Trump bump, the Trump pump situation happening right now. Let me know if you have any questions, my people, because essentially what's going to happen is, let me tell you what's going to happen. Bitcoin is about to start going crazy. Okay, I told you between 110 and 130 now. That's the range. 110 and 130. That's where we're closing today, Bitcoin. All right. So that means that Bitcoin can theoretically, all right, let's go ahead and just make it happen. Let's see how crazy the candle's gonna look. Let's just see how crazy the candle's gonna look. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's hit this to 4. This is so slow, it's annoying. All right. So this is 30 is in the middle. Oh, yeah. Boom. So this is the range we're talking about. So here, for the daily, this is what we're looking at. Look, so the daily is gonna look like this. Let's look at it. That thing's crazy. All right, come on. This thing is lagging so much, it's kind of annoying. Damn, that is insane. And don't forget, Ethereum is about to start going nuts too, my people. Ethereum is about to start going nuts too. This right here is not just, what the hell is going on with this, bro? This is annoying. What's up with the date chart? Let me see. This thing is, in fact, that's one thing I need to do. I need to get myself a PC A to the ASAP. That might be one of the first things I need to do. So right now I refreshed it. If this thing continues to trip, I'm gonna just call it, my people, because this thing's already at this point, man. I'm just trying to show you the daily before I close out, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about, and then we'll see where it ended up being. And that's the thing, though. That's why I hate using Dex tools, and I keep using it. I need to just go to Trading View, but I like the layout of Dex tools. I just hate how glitchy it is. And Bitcoin's still going up, by the way. So it stayed at the 4 hour. It stayed at the 4 hour. So, anyways, it really doesn't matter at this point. The point is, I'm expecting this to be an all-time high day. Bitcoin is going to go insane. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Imagine by the end of the day. So basically, let's see what we got over here. End of the day. So this is the 20th, 21st over here. So here, that's what we got over here. Gonna look like this. Bank, bank, right here, right there. It's gonna look like this basically. This is what I'm predicting right here. So we have from here to here to here. Let's make that a small one, and let's make it yellow. And then now let's make this. Oops, nope. Now let's stretch this out. Just so you guys can see how crazy this is gonna look. So this is the day's chart. This is the day's chart. It looks like a meme coin chart. This is what it's gonna look like. That's what it's gonna look like right here. From right here to here. All this. Boom. It's gonna be filling in. Boom, 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 boom. As soon as he signs that executive order, we're gonna get record levels, my people. All right. Basically, that's what I got for you guys. I appreciate you guys. Crypto Marxist, aka Bone Army. I'm Bone Army. You're Bone Army. We are the Bone Army. Appreciate you, my peoples. And I'm out. Doses.